Times gone by, I've traded black dirt into clay. I thought my memories would end. One street over's now 1,000 miles away. When I close my eyes, I'm back to where I've been. In this life, there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, would have kept me from the one I had today.
Good morning, good morning. Let's get on into it. This is 1100 WSG. I'm U-Turn LaVern, and yeah, this is one street over. What's going on? One street over from where you live, and we're living right in Robertson County, as our Mayor Vogel says, County Mayor Billy Vogel. We'll have him on tomorrow, I believe. I got to confirm with him, but we get to live and work in Robertson County, so we are blessed, and highly favored. Welcome to it, guys. Everybody's back to school today. Buses on the road, so be extra careful as you get out there and see the school buses. Starting our second part of this semester. This 9 weeks begins today. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's how it works. Yeah, I'm still kind of getting that whole schedule, the school schedule in my head, even though this is starting my fourth year. It's just so, when I was a kid, it was so different. But we have 2 semesters, 4 quarters. We had the first quarter that ended before fall break. Now we're getting in for the second quarter of the first semester, and all the fun things that are going on. And just a programming reminder: my son, my youngest, my baby boy, is getting married in Huntsville on Thursday night. So Lee Marie's going to fill in for me for a few days, and I appreciate it so very, very much. And but as far as reoccurring guests, we've got Mayor Vogel in tomorrow. Ron Martin will be in on Wednesday. He may have somebody that's going to come in for him for that second half. He's got a meeting that he's not sure he is going to be able to work around. Then United Way, then on Thursday. On the calendar, we'd have Katie Allen on Friday, but I'll touch base with Lee Marie on all that to see if that's going to be how we're going to, the show's going to fall. But now today, we're supposed to be hearing from Caleb Stratton. Well, I heard from him late yesterday that they are in Memphis. So, the extra law enforcement in Memphis, they pulled in our guys, our wildlife resource officers even on that stuff. So I think that's rather interesting. I'm going to be very curious to hear more about that when we get him back. But he is still in Memphis, so he was unable to come today. So I reached out and I said, you know what? I would love to talk to Julie Bernard, so I'm going to get her on the phone. She's carrying kiddos to school here at the half hour, but we're going to give her a call about 20 till and get just an update from Julie. We talk about them all the time. They're one of our sponsors here at One Street Over, so we love talking to her. And there's also, too, I had reached out to Leah Blocker. We may try to get her on the phone if I can get her via text and say, hey, can you give us an update on the Boo Bash Dash coming up on Saturday, because that's all for CASA. But I was able to confirm for sure that we're going to get Shawn Elmore on the phone. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get Shawn on the phone, mainly because, guys, we've got this big benefit coming up for Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center. Of course, we've got all the things going on with the Chili Challenge coming up. So we're going to reach out to Shawn right now and see if we can't get her on the phone and just kind of get an update on everything that's going on with them. So we're just going to kind of make the rounds around town, get a few folks on the phone and get some updates. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll try that again in just a second. So let me make sure I've got the right number in here. Or let's see here. Let's try that one more time. But we're going to give Shawn a call, Shawn Elmore. I called about a minute early, so I kind of jumped the gun on it just a little bit. But we're going to give her a call and just get an update on how things are going for the Chili Challenge. Don't forget that is coming up this Thursday night. It's going to be a great time. If you've not gotten to the Chili Challenge, guys, It is just the best time. So much fun to be a part of that and all the things that are happening here in Robertson County. It's really kind of the opportunity to just catch up with everybody. That's what we love about it. So we're going to visit with her in just a minute if we can get her on the phone. She told me by text that she was going to take the phone call. So if she doesn't answer this time, we'll give her another minute. We'll give her a call back. But we're going to reach out to Shawn.
This is Shawn Elmore, Executive Director of Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center. Please.
We'll give you a call back in just a minute, Shawn. She's got a little one, so she's trying to get them off to school, I'm sure. And so we're going to give her just a minute and give her a call back. But we're going to check in with Shawn Elmore from Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center about all the things that they're getting ready for. The Chili Challenge is this weekend. And guys, there's some people, Paul Rainey, I see you on here up in Sumter County. Some of you folks that live in some of the outlying areas, if you want to have a big time, you want to eat a lot of really good chili, it is a very good time. You pay, I think it's like $10 at the door, and you come in and it's all you can eat. You're gonna walk around and you're gonna sample it all, and it is all you can eat. You are gonna get full. They'll have grilled cheese sandwiches, they'll have hot dogs and different things like that. They're gonna dance, have a big time, and it is something that if you don't want to miss it if you're up in this area for sure, because it's an opportunity to connect with everybody and see everybody because we've got such a wonderful community here. And it's one of those events that's like a reunion when you come together with it.
Hello, this is Shawn Elmore, Executive Director of Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center. Please.
All right, went to voicemail again, so we're gonna give her another minute. Oh well, guys. Anyway, if you're just joining me, I'm U-Turn LaVern Vivio with 1100 WSGI, and this is One Street Over. Had a last minute cancellation last night with Caleb Stratton. This is supposed to be Law Enforcement Day, and we had to kind of scramble this morning. He's down in Memphis, and so with him down in Memphis, it is a little bit chaotic, and they're still that's something I really wanted to update on and just kind of see what's happening, and see exactly how that's progressing, because with our folks, let's see. Anyway, let me give her a message that I'm trying to call her. And see if we can't get her to pick up. But with the law enforcement, with our wildlife resource officers being in Memphis, or some of them at least, I'm sure they've got others here, but I know that Caleb has been working there. I'm going to really be curious to get an update from them about all the things that are going on. So we're going to give her just a few more minutes, and then I'll give her another call. Lee Marie wants to invite you to come out today at 9 a.m. to the Well on the Square. She's got a special event going, and she says, give me a call again. So here we go. We're going to try again here and get Shawn on the phone. I think we're going to get her this time. Hello. Hi, sis.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. Thank you for taking a call with us. I told you, Caleb, he's in Memphis, and we didn't find out until late last night. So I said, well, that's okay. We're going to call Julie Bernard here in just a little bit and make the rounds. I may reach out to Leah Blocker because we got Boo Bash Dash coming up on Saturday.
Yeah,
but before
Saturday.
Yeah, and it's such a great event. But before we get there, we've got the Chili Challenge on Thursday night. So how's it going? Are y'all ready?
We are getting ready. Today is a full force day.
Right.
We are actually assigning tables right now, and so if you're on the list, you'll probably get some kind of text message for judging and things like that in the next 24 hours. So
Okay.
yeah, we're cooking with gas. This thing kind of has its own little niche and own little I can do this, and so we're really pleased. We've got over 50 pots of chili.
Wow.
So.
I'm telling you. But and then of course the firehouse, they're coming with theirs that's won several years now, right?
2 years in a row.
Uh-oh.
Springfield Fire has won. Yeah, I think there's a couple people that want to beat them out. So
That's funny. Well, I mean, you get that
so
rival going, yeah.
They brought the trophy back, the coveted shared trophy. You get to take that big guy home and the championship belt as well, and then we bring it back for the next competitors for the next year. So it's been returned, and she's getting spit polished as we speak.
I love it. Spit polish. Where'd that come from? I wonder. You wonder about the
I
old
don't
saints.
know.
Yeah, it's kind of they're polishing it
It's
up.
kind of gross. It's kind of gross.
No, but
But
I think that's funny. I think that's funny. But so talk to people about why this is important. Let's just pretend that the people listening have no idea what's going on with the Chili Challenge. They don't know what Open Door is all about. It's so funny. Shawn, I was at the recovery court graduation on last Thursday. And inevitably, the Open Door comes up. Whenever they're talking about the folks and the things that they're going through and the things that they're struggling with and the things that they've overcome, y'all come up because that's a part of it is becoming, oftentimes if they have kids, so many of these folks, they go through life and they were never really taught to parent, because they were raised up in homes of addiction. And the crucial work that you guys do to help people in all walks of life, but big time in the recovery community. I cannot say enough about it. But y'all came up. I don't know if Judge Perry or one of the graduates or who it was. I can't remember the complete context, but you were mentioned, and I think more than once. And it's just such a vital work. So tell people what it's all about.
Well, we just come together, and we feel like when I feel like the Lord put us here was to love people well in our community. And sometimes we don't have that opportunity. A lot of people don't know about us because they don't need our services.
Mm-hmm.
But those who do, once they get through some of that initial stuff, they realize the value of what we're doing. And so we want folks to understand, what healthy boundaries are, parenting, generational and cultural change. I have a young lady that has had a job at AirTech now for 4 years, and I talked to her last week, and we keep up with each other. I get to love on her and her family just through life now, and I treat her like mine. I love her dearly, but I'll just be real honest with you. One of the things that she made mention of is that, we gave her like just a sit down version of we're going to make goals and have things, what's your dream board?
Mm-hmm.
And I joke about that, but I've given girls, so many different girls, a piece of poster board and said, "What's your dreams? Let's write them down." And hers was that she wanted her children back, and that she wanted, that she wanted her kids back. She wanted to have a normal life. She said, "I want to wake up and take my kids to school. I want my kids to be in ball." And play sports, and that is what she has. We've helped her get a house. She got the house. We helped her furnish it. We're just so proud of her progress. But we're 4 years clean and sober, and we're just so proud of her progress and her family, and just love her dearly. And so, any way we can continue to support our family. So there is success stories. There's some that choose not to, walk out some of the things that we request, but we have a really good, well-rounded education program. It's evidence-based and trauma-informed care is what we try to give. And so here we are, 18 years
Wow.
in the making.
Wow.
So we want, and we work well with, we're going to be a part of, we support Boo Bash, and Saturday, I'm called Leah and Kathy, and so we're working on getting our stuff together for them as well, and they'll join us. But just some partnerships in this community are just beautiful because I think we all have the same heart in mind. Sometimes it takes an army to raise a kid, and it really does to raise up someone that's been kind of neglected and pushed down all their life. So, and some people come in here with it all together and just kind of have a mess because of their choices, and they're working those out as well. And so we want to make sure we love them well and help them as we can. So this fundraiser, the Chili Challenge, has been going since since our first year, which is 2000 and I believe it was 2008. It was right before we opened the doors. We did this, but we've been going strong. We thought about the Chili Challenge. Sometimes events they take kind of a a direction of their own. Sometimes they don't work out well, but this one seems to be just fun for the family. I had one of my judges that literally said, I can't make it, take me off. And then he called me the next day and said, hey, don't. He said, this is my favorite event of the year. And I just feel like I want to get there, and I'll figure my schedule out after. So just really appreciate, the support of this community. And this is one of our biggest fundraisers. We don't make a lot of what we consider money, but this is what we would consider a friend raiser. And in that we do have so much, success. So we're very fortunate to have such a wonderful community to support us. So come on out. It's $10 at the door for all the chili and grilled cheese and hot dogs and desserts that you can eat. We're partnering with All the Love from Kenya Dossett and Springfield High School's culinary classes that are doing our desserts again this year. That's worked out fabulous before, and so we love partnering with our school. Then we have lots of folks that just come in and help us. I have some of the sheriff's department guys that said, hey, how can we help you? I'm like, we need security. I mean, just wonderful. Springfield PD, we've got Springfield Fire. So, just the connecting groups, the city of Springfield. And I just want to really thank Terry Martin and his crew, Seth and all his folks, Miss Pam. They are so just so gracious in hosting us. So we just really appreciate our hometown heroes here.
I know, they're wonderful. And I had reached out, Terry always accuses me of calling him when I have cancellations. And he's right, because he can usually just slide right in here. And so I called him, I messaged him last night, and I was like, hey, why don't you come on in? And he has, he's been out of town, so he's got to get into the office this morning, so he was unable. And I'm sure part of the reason why he's got to get in there is because they got to get ready for you guys. And though they have a great team, they have such a great team at the center, because I know he was out of town last week. And things couldn't have gone better for the recovery court graduation that we have twice a year in there. And so it was just a wonderful thing. But I know he's going to be busy when he hits the door. But it will be perfect. Y'all will pack them in, and it will be just, before I got you on the phone, I was just saying, it's that event, just like you were talking about the one that says, I've got to redo my schedule so I can be there. You don't want to miss this, because it is truly a reunion. It's just almost kind of a homecoming kind of feel when you come in and you see everybody.
That's what we love about it.
Yeah.
We have little kids. My daughter even said, can I invite so-and-so? And I said, you sure can. So I'm going to be honest with you. I think Tim Palmore, we've had some great entertainment and things before, but the last couple of years, Tim has just been our guy, and he's done such a great job just bringing the crowd together. This year, our overall theme is like a movie, a movie theme. So it's been a challenge, I think, for some of our people that normally know what they're going to do. I laughed and told somebody, I said, maybe you should do, the Goonies or something. But I just, those classic movies and just the fun stuff, nothing scary. We try to keep it obviously kind of G-rated for, our kiddos. And so lots of fun. Just the kids love to come. They get out there and dance. We have older folks that want to get out there and dance, and I love it. I love when they do, when they're all involved. So it's just a good thing. We have a church, and Miss Susie Allen and her church, Prince of Peace Lutheran Church in White House, that have been the hot dog challenge for I don't know how many years now. And she just texted me already this morning, what time do we need to be there? We need to wrap hot dogs. So we have an army that converges, on the center. And by the time, our guests get there, they don't realize how much work and dedication and our staff here, Amy and Penny, have just hit it out of the park. And then the rest of our staff jumps in. So we have a lot of paperwork to do today. We have grocery shopping to do, and then we're ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm telling you, it's just, it's so much fun. And I didn't realize Susie's church was behind the hot dogs. So it's always interesting to find out who's doing that, because you just, and they've been doing it from the very beginning pretty much, haven't they? Or they've been doing it for a while.
They've been doing it for many years now.
Yeah, for many years.
Honestly, for a long time. It's probably been, I don't know, probably near 10 years. Some of the people that we've seen through the years that have just, come on and just said, let's just do this. Main Street Church of Christ, Agape, some churches have come alongside us. Air Tech. I mean, these
Mm-hmm.
folks, Northcrest, TriStar Northcrest, they have been doing chili challenges. Northcrest had one, I believe it was Friday, and then the two winners get to bring their chili. So it's so fun to see. And then AirTech has done the same thing. So it's really neat how some of these larger corporations or businesses have gotten their friends involved and their people. You know, the co-op Farm Credit. They have been such a blessing to us over the years. Green Meadow Townhouses. So lots of people that just every year look forward to this event, and that's one of the things that they pour into. So we appreciate all those who are coming, who are making their chili. They're making this happen, and that they're inviting their friends and family. So we just appreciate all that. Bluegrass Realty and Auction, those are just some good townhome folks that we just, go, okay, come on, Cope and associates, So I love the hometown feel, and it is funny because there is a little bit of competition, but there's also this great, beautiful spirit of unity that comes together in our community.
I love that they have those in-house competitions to bring their best. I did not know that. So that's really cool. That's a great idea too. I mean, that's something, that's kind of the thing that, when Brian comes in and talks about these campaigns they do for United Way, that a lot of the times they get their people in-house involved with these nonprofits that they didn't even know existed. And that's how they get that ownership and that participation. But by getting these in-house folks to compete, we got to get Greenbrier back involved. Maybe I can get something going with Greenbrier High School next year, and we can figure out how to get them competing, on campus, and then to participate then. Because I love that idea of being able to, bring the best of the best, But that's really cool. And that just kind of gets them started, and that gets everybody in the company signed on to it. And it's like, oh, this is for Open Door. What's Open Door? And it just spreads the love. It just spreads the love. And I love, you were talking about that y'all work with CASA. CASA works with you guys. Hearing from Leah, she is in the middle of trying to get ready for school, so she can't get on the phone with us, but we'll sure talk about you, Leah, and all the good things that y'all do at CASA with the court-appointed special advocate. And again, cannot say enough about how all these programs overlap. Y'all all work so great together. Tiffany was in here talking about, you guys with Safe Baby Court last week. Mm-hmm. They just all overlap so beautifully. And I love you, sister. I cannot believe y'all been at this 18 years. When you said, there's several things you said in this, I thought I knew everything about y'all. And then you mentioned that, and I was like, man, I didn't realize y'all had been at it so long. And I also didn't realize y'all had a chili challenge before you opened the doors. I thought I believe
that's how we did it. We had to raise a little bit of money before we could open the doors. So we were working on the building. We opened November, and I believe it was that same year that we started this over at the fairgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
And that was packed out. So it was so cool to see some of the champions that have come through the years. So we appreciate you. Thank you for having us this morning, and we look forward to seeing our community out on Thursday.
Do the invite one more time, and I'll let you go.
Thursday night, this Thursday at 5:30, the doors will open for the best chili challenge yet.
All right. Thank you, Shawn. And we'll keep talking about it, and I love you, friend. God bless.
Love you, friend. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye. That was Shawn Elmore with, of course, Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center. If you're tuning in looking for the Law Enforcement Day today, well, Caleb Stratton got pulled to Memphis. And so he's up in Memphis doing some work. And, I'm really going to be curious to see, what all is going on there. But we'll check in with that. But as I mentioned, my plan was to get Leah on the phone possibly and see if we couldn't talk a little bit about the Boo Bash Dash. But she's unavailable this morning, so we're going to be calling Julie Bernard here in a few minutes. She's going to be heading off with her kiddos for school, and so we're going to check in with her. But just because we can't get Leah on the phone does not mean that we can't talk about all the things going on with the Boo Bash Dash. If you want to be a part of this is the very big fundraiser that they do for CASA. If you're not familiar with CASA, it is the court-appointed special advocate. Now, they're always looking for folks to come in and help with that. If you want to be somebody that comes in and works with CASA, you may do that. You can reach out to Leah at CASA and find out all about what they do. But it's one of those things that whenever you hear about, and I'm trying to find them, you've got to put Robco Court Appointed Special Advocate. So it's Robco, if you want to find them on social media. It's Robco Court Appointed Special Advocates, and that's how you will find our Boo Bash Dash. But if you want to, be a part of everything that they have going on at CASA, you can go and find out an awful lot of it at the Boo Bash Dash coming up this Saturday. Hoping that their weather's going to be absolutely perfect. We're looking forward to seeing everything get together. But again, the Boo Bash Dash is this Saturday. Let me get all the specifics on here. Hang on just a second. And you can go and register online, guys. But again, that's Robco Court Appointed Special Advocates. ROB capital CO Court Appointed Special Advocates. And that's how you're going to find out all that you need to know about the Boo Bash Dash that is happening this weekend. We want to make sure you come out and be a part of it. You can register online. They will get going. Let me see if I can find a start time on this, because it is this Saturday. Hang on just a second here. We got, 9 a.m. The 5K race starts. Again, this is 9 a.m. The 5K race. 9:10, the fun run and walk will start. You can register 8 to 8:30. That's the check-in, 8 to 8:30, and it's at the fairgrounds. So you go and sign in at the fairgrounds. They've already passed, of course, any kind of early bird registration. You can register day of. You just might not get a T-shirt if you go day of. But $45 for the 5K, $20 for the fun run. And guys, this is a fundraiser. This is one of those things that it is their big fundraiser of the year, but it's happening this Saturday. And we're just going to pray for wonderful weather. Right now, the weather, let's see what it's looking like. Saturday, we got some rain chances in there, but hopefully that'll hold off, and we'll get some beautiful, beautiful weather for our Boo Bash Dash coming up on Saturday. And again, this is all happening starting at the fairgrounds. You can go by and get registered there. We want you to register ahead of time. If you go to Robco Special Court Appointed Special Advocate, Robco Court Appointed Special Advocate, they have a link where you can go in and you can sign up. But it's this Saturday starting at 9 a.m., the 5K race, and then at 9:10, the fun run will kick off. And then you can come in and register 8 to 8:30. This is at the Robertson County Fairgrounds. That's where they're going to kick off. And then they use the Greenway. If you've never been out to our fairgrounds, the Greenway comes right through the fairground area. And you can hop on the Greenway right there at the fairgrounds and head down to Travis Price Park and back. But this is going to be a really fun event. Everybody's, a lot of people, not maybe at everybody, but a lot of people will dress up for this event. And this is one of those things, there's, they've got the Civil War reenactment that's happening up in Ridgetop. You could do these. This is one of the things I love about our events that happen. You can do multiple events this weekend. You can hit the Boo Bash Dash. Then you can head over to Ridgetop and see what they've got going on with their reenactment that's happening out there. It's going to be a great weekend for just a lot of wonderful stuff here in Robertson County, but we want you to kick it off with the Chili Challenge. We spoke with Shawn Elmore just a little bit earlier, and she just wants to continue to invite you to come out to the Chili Challenge happening this weekend, this Thursday night at the Center. $10 ticket will get you in, and you'll be able to have all the chili you want. You will be stuffed when you come out of there, and they have hot dogs and grilled cheese and some desserts, all kinds of fun stuff, and you'll have a great time at the Chili Challenge for, again, Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center, and then plan on being a part of CASA's big fundraiser happening on Saturday morning. This is the Boo Bash Dash. Come dressed up, bring your kiddos, put them in the stroller, put them in a wagon, all those fun things. You can dress up your pets as long as, bring them, as long as they're on a leash, and let them be a part of this as well. And they'll get underway at 9 a.m. on Saturday, there at the fairgrounds. Is where they're going to kick off. Go to Robco Court Appointed Special Advocates, follow them there, and you can follow the link and register there as well. Lee Marie is sending me some information about what they've got going on at Well in the Square this morning. You can get by. Mondays are a big deal for them at Well in the Square. They have they have the stretch that they do. They have a, let's see here. It is a flexibility class that Steve teaches, and so you can come out to that. That kicks off this morning from 9 to 9:30. It's flexibility and body efficiency, so you can kick off with that. It's about agility, and I'm telling you, the older you get, the more important it is. Sewing and alteration classes also today at 9:30 to 11:30. 9:30 to 11:30, they've got the sewing and alteration classes. Tuesday and Thursday, they have a resistance band workout class from 10:15 to 10:45. Line dancing lessons at 11 to 11:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then, and that's during the early hours, 11 to 11:30. And then they also have a line dancing 5:30 to 6. I keep talking about plans to get in there myself. Haven't done it yet. I've just been so busy with my schedule, but I am working on that, and I'm going to get in there and just, try to. The dancing is so great for your health. Can't say enough about how it's helped me get in shape when I do it, and I've just got to get back to it. They've got special one-day classes that you can participate in about how your behaviors affect your mental class. It's called Beyond Self-Care, Sleep and Nutrition. There's ways to sabotage your mental and emotional well-being. This is taught by Rhonda Rastili of Mind Renewal and Mental Health Services. This is happening on the 27th, and that is next Monday from 5:30 to 6:30, so you're invited to that as well. And they're also going to have a special one-day class with Shannon Baumgardner same day, and hers will pick up at 6:30 to 7:30. So you've got next Monday, you've got a chance to hit these special one-day classes. First, it's all about your mental health and your nutrition and your sleep and those things, and then you can check in with Shannon from Wellsprings Ministries. And I can't say enough about Shannon and all the things that she's taught me over the years. She's just a dear friend, and she's one of those that really put me on track to making sure that I start my day in a way that is positive and spirit-filled to where the rest of my day just works. My husband and I now, we get up and walk every morning, and that's time for us just to talk. It's prayer time. It's just good physical activity to kick us going. There's nothing that wakes you up better than a brisk walk, guys, even better than a cup of coffee. I can't say enough about it. A couple of save the dates from Lee Marie she wants to share. They've got their Christmas sock hop that's going to be happening as well, and that date is coming up on November 21st. November 21st for that special sock hop that she wants you to be a part of. And then they're having a Christmas ball on December 12th. You can actually, put together a great costume. She put up a sample of some of the costumes that she has, but she also said that if you wanted to come out and make your own, you could come out to the sewing classes that they have on Monday, and they could kind of help you get geared to where you can do that work yourself. So just a couple of really cool things coming up in our community. We're going to give a call to Julie Bernard here in just a few minutes to see what's going on with her at the Bernard Farms Custom Cuts and Market. And just want to really remind you, this is just a big time here in Robertson County with the Chili Challenge coming up on Thursday night. And then CASA's Boo Bash Dash, their big fundraiser, happening on Saturday. And we're going to continue to talk about those things. Scheduled to talk to Mayor Billy Vogel tomorrow. So we will look forward to that as well. And again, all kinds of fun things happening at the Well on the Square today, which is right next to Crossroads Christian. But you can go by there for the agility, strength, and flexibility class that Steve teaches at 9 a.m. So go by there and talk with them and see what's going on with all the wonderful things happening. What all is going on with Barry and Rebecca Richards? There's always so many cool things going on with Barry and Rebecca. We are going to check in. Let me go and take a quick look and see if I can't find out some of his new listings. If you want to follow them, you can go to Barry Richards or Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty, follow everything they have going on. They both have unique social media pages, and she will keep you up to date on open houses. They had an open house this weekend that they shared up in Franklin, Kentucky. We talk a lot about how that they buy and sell across the state line in Kentucky because, just like me, they're originally from Kentucky. So if you're interested possibly in property up there, you need to really keep in mind that, talking to somebody that understands the nuances of being in Kentucky and dealing with a income tax there in the state is going to change your bottom line and how much home you can buy. You've got to take those things into consideration. And so many people, when they go to buy property, they just don't think about everything. Well, that's Barry and Rebecca's job, is to think about everything when it comes to what you're going to be facing, when it comes to how much home can you actually buy. That is something that you need to look into, and you need to make sure that you're aware of before you go to buy anything. You want to make sure how much you qualify for. Barry and Rebecca, they will help you do that and make sure that you are ready when it comes to the table. They've got some great properties out here. I wanted to see what they had as far as recent listings. Here's one at Lamont Road in Springfield, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it's been reduced down. It is reduced. I think this might just be. I'm not sure if this is a home or some acreage, but no, it is a home. It's a 3-bed, 2 baths. What am I saying? But it's up here in Springfield, 6056 Lamont Road. You want to check that one out. But follow Barry and Rebecca Richards. Give them a call. You can reach out to Rebecca at 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. And just, set up an appointment with them. Come in and sit down and have a cup of coffee with them. And they'll talk to you about maybe the possibility of you wanting to be a realtor. Is that something that you're considering doing? Then reach out today, and Barry will tell you that he might be the one that talks you out of it, because he says it's not for everyone. He says, but if you love it and you can come on board and be a part of what they're doing, he says, man, it is a great way. He's got a lot of flexibility, a lot of opportunity to really succeed and do very, very well. He and Rebecca have just excelled at it. He came out of a marketing background and went full-time, I want to say about 5 or 6 years ago. Rebecca, she decided to leave her radiology job after her kids went to school and go into real estate full time. And when she did, she wanted to make sure she got in with the right company, and that's why they're with Exit, and they're still with Exit. They started a new branch in the Exit tree a few years ago, and they are now Exit Prime Realty. They were with the Garden Gate team for a long time, but he has an agency, or he has a brokerage office here in Springfield. She has her agency office up in White House, and together they put those 2 offices together to bring you Exit Prime Realty, taking care of all your real estate needs, buying, selling. If you want to be a realtor, all the things, they're going to be able to answer your questions and make sure you're ready to go. When's the best time to buy? As Barry always says, right now, because as you know, if interest prices are low, then that means housing prices go up. Interest prices are high, that means housing prices have to go down. It's always the best time to buy. You got to make sure you know what you're qualified to buy. If you've got property to sell, you need to make sure you know exactly what it's worth. One of the worst things would be to sell property and come to find out that you could have made a whole lot more if you'd talked to a realtor about what the true value is. You can get a free market analysis if you'd like. There's a lot of talks about pulling money out on the equity. We've all got a lot of equity in our property up here in Robertson County because housing prices have gone up. But how do you best use that, and what's the best way to tap into that? Barry and Rebecca have the experience to make sure you know the best way to tap into that. Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. Reach out to them today. You can go to sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, B-U-Y, robertsoncounty.com, or you can give them a call at 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. And as always, we like to say, be sure and let them know U-Turn sent you, and they'll talk to you and get you on track for everything you need in real estate. Julie Bernard, she is, of course, the proprietor of Bernard Farms Custom Cuts and Market, and mama to Tanner and Tate, and they're just so fun, and I just love talking to her. We're going to try to see if we can get her in the car. She's on the way taking the kiddos to school this morning.
Hello.
Hey, sister, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Tell the kids to say hi.
Do what?
Tell the boys to say hi.
We're walking out the door.
Oh, you're just walking out the door. Do you need me to give you a minute and call you back so you can get them in the car?
No, you're fine. I'm gonna
Okay. Well, it's
they
so
get their stuff in.
I hear you. I hear you. I gotta say that those pictures that y'all did on the farm. Oh my
Aren't those
goodness,
fantastic?
incredible, incredible. I want to know. Did you just tell Steve, "Hey, we're coming out to take pictures. You need to take a break from work for a minute"?
Okay, I got you on the fire.
Did you, Steve? Steve, I mean, it looked like y'all just interrupted his work day and just said, "Hey, we're going to take some pictures, honey."
Okay, can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. I know that switch whenever the phone goes to the car is always kind of interesting. But we're talking with Julie Bernard of Bernard Farms Custom Cuts and Market, one of our wonderful sponsors here at One Street Over. And I've been wanting to get her on the phone for a while because she's kind of at that point after the big dinner, the farm to table dinner, and the fall on the farm, and all the things, and you're just like, whew. But you're still in the middle of, you've got fall harvest going on. You got two kiddos and so busy and just so many things. So I wanted to kind of touch base and kind of see what's next out at Bernard Farms and Custom Cuts and Market and just see how things are going on. But then I saw those pictures and I thought, I've got to talk to you because who did those? They were fabulous.
So we have a great friend and also customer that she does photography. Her name is Shy Daly, and she has Changing Daily Photography, if anybody's interested. And she to photograph us for a while, never have time. So pretty much it was, I just grabbed Steve and the boys and said, hey, we're going to take some pictures.
That is great. I love it. Well, and I mean, and that's kind of what I thought, because I thought, well, I don't think that she staged them being farm dirty to get those pictures. And it looked like y'all just interrupted Steve. He was, working on the tractor or whatever, and just pulled them in. But they're treasures. They are absolute treasures. They're beautiful.
Like something, or I wanted something that was, candid
Yeah.
and natural and not staged. And, that's not Steve and the boys. They're not dress up kind of people.
Yeah, for sure. But they're absolutely beautiful. I just don't think you could have captured your family any better. And she did an excellent job. And the picture of your youngest is okay. Tate's the oldest, Tanner's the younger. I get them mixed up.
Tanner's the oldest, Tate's young.
Okay, I get them backwards. But I just the Tate and Steve, that picture of them standing looking off in different directions, just the cutest thing ever. But they're all wonderful. I don't know if I can pick a favorite, but those pictures of them just farm dirty, I'm telling you. And anybody who's farmed gets it. We know exactly what you're talking about. That's the way my daddy looked all the time.
Steve.
Yeah.
You might see him occasionally at church or at an event where he's cleaned up.
But
himself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're beautiful pictures, and I just wanted to say that she did a great job. But what's happening with now? Y'all are off on Sunday and Mondays, and so y'all are just running and gunning from Tuesday to Saturday, and all kinds of wonderful things going on. But what have you got going on this week? Are y'all cutting any? Are you working on anything special, or is it just business as usual?
So it's business as usual. Steve took our 4 pigs this morning to Hartsville to harvest. He left at 4 o'clock, so he does that every Monday morning.
Okay.
And then in the morning he'll go back and he'll pick up our harvested pigs. And then when he brings them back to the store, he gets here about 8:50.
You're breaking up a little bit, Julie.
Say
that. What time does he get back with the fresh pork?
It's about 8:15.
Okay.
When he gets back, and then we unload everything into our room and on the table, and then we immediately start cutting. So this week is just kind of restocking some of our fresh cuts. And my plan is to make some pork burgers because we're extremely low on them after our event.
I bet.
And we've got to make some of our Cajun and Dewey sausage. So we make the ground sausage and the links because I've had several people that have been asking for that for a while. I'm going to try to get that knocked out.
Right. I'll tell this.
Get cleaned up too. I'm still cleaned up after all of our events. And of course, wind yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, the wind was kind of rough yesterday, but have y'all got everything harvested?
No, so Steve is still working on our late crop soybeans, and
Mm-hmm.
he's sowing wheat. So he's
Oh,
kind of going between the two on different farms that we've got, and I mean he's going to be pretty busy from now till frost, and we've got another barn of tobacco to take down. He's got to strip on, and so
how are we done
been busy.
smoking it? Are they done
We're done
smoking?
smoking. Yeah, we're done smoking. So we only do a single crop in the barn. Some people double crop, and that will extend the smoking season in the county if you're seeing smoke still. But we cut our tobacco in late July, early August, and have it in the barn in August. So we're done pretty quick.
Okay. Well, and I saw, I was checking out the webpage today, and today is is today National Farmers Day?
It must have been last week. I was opening up the kids' folders,
Mm-hmm.
getting back in the swing of things for school, and I noticed that some kiddos
Some of the kids I go to school with put that
today.
together. That's really cool. You're
Yeah.
breaking up a little bit. I don't mean to be talking over you, but sometimes you break up, and so I'm trying to fill in the holes. But that's cool. See, my brother still farms, and I didn't realize that National Farmers Day was last week, and I neglected that. That's so sweet when they realize that it's such a. I mean, it's a treasure, the farms we still have around. People just don't realize it. They don't seem to appreciate it.
Right, and another one is like those national days. I can't keep up with all of them. I think there's a day every day.
Yeah, there's something. There's something, but it's good that we have one that is special for the farmers, though. But now, as far as when will you do beef again?
So we just did beef week before last.
Mm-hmm.
So we usually do beef once a month.
Okay.
We've got enough calves in our kill lot to do one a month. We may squeeze in two in December just to have plenty of beef around, the holidays. And then we have a bunch of calves that have been born and are being born right now. So those will be, in our store within the next 18 to 24 months. So we're hoping to be able to double up, be able to do two calves a month
Okay.
when all of those guys start growing.
Well, because I know that whenever you guys are cutting beef, I hear people say, "I've got to get over there," because it goes so fast.
Well, and it is it's frustrating. It's good and bad all at the same time because there's not enough to go around to all of our customers, and it becomes kind of a competition who can get there first.
Oh, how funny. How funny. That's one thing. My husband had mentioned something about, getting a steak sometime. I'm like, well, you better get in line. You better get in
Right.
line for sure.
Yeah,
For
I've
sure.
gotten to where now I don't even post it anymore
Mm-hmm.
because I want it to be a surprise when people walk in. They're like, "Oh my goodness, she's got beef."
Uh-huh, exactly. And I mean, it just looks so beautiful. And I was in the store the day that I tell this story all the time about the woman coming in and talking to you about the sausage and wanting to know if there was any MSG in it. And then she said to you, well, sometimes they do this and that. And you said, well, ma'am, I am they. And I just got so
Right.
tickled because you do
Well,
this
I
stuff
think that,
yourself.
it's hard for it's hard for some people to understand, that we're not shipping stuff in. We're not buying stuff from somewhere else. Like everything, it's our animals. We get our seasoning blends, custom blended by a spice company in Tennessee, and it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Very specific. So help me out with this. Is it chorizo?
Chorizo.
I can never say it. Everybody laughs at me. What is that? Because y'all sell a lot of it. What is it?
We sell a ton of it. So it's a Mexican seasoning sausage.
Okay.
So if if you think of taco meat, that's
Okay.
what chorizo is.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of folks that will, scramble eggs and mix the chorizo in with their eggs, and there's all kinds of different ways to use it. I use it for taco meat. I also put it in my chili because it's a little bit of it's a chili flavor with some paprika. It's cumin. It's a lot of different, kind of the spicier chili seasonings.
So it is a little bit
It's a
hot.
little spicy. It's a little spicy, but if you, top it with all your toppings, it kind of, reduces that heat
Mm-hmm.
down when you're eating it.
Okay.
It's not hot to me, but I know everybody's hot different.
Yeah, see, I'm real sensitive to heat, but we talk about it a lot because it's something I know y'all sell an awful lot of, and everybody teases me. For some reason that's one of those words I just can't seem to grasp, but
Right.
I know it's a popular item. Do you have any other events coming up, or are y'all evented out through the holidays, and it's just all about taking care of people shopping?
So my next event would be my Christmas event, and that's what we have every year. It's pancakes and sausage, or pancakes and pajamas with
Okay.
Santa Claus, and that's on December the 20th, always the Saturday before Christmas. And we're toying around with some other events for this time of year, but it's kind of hard because you never know what weather's going to do.
This is true, and the calendar gets so full with everyone.
It does. This is a busy, hectic time of year because you've got, your harvesting you're trying to wrap up. You've got all the schools have so many things going on. You got to juggle, and just everybody just seems like they're in a tizzy.
I
All
hear
right, my
you.
boys are jumping out. Bye, y'all. Have a good day. Love you.
Bye, boys.
For
They're
the record, I'm hands free. I'm not on my phone.
that's hysterical. But I'm telling you, yeah, exactly. She's not on her telephone. She is hands free. But your boys are so much fun. I guess it was Tanner. Didn't he was talking about that y'all needed to bale some hay on the schoolyard whenever y'all first got up there? That cracked me up.
Yeah, the first day of school, I don't guess they had the mowing crews out to mow yet, and it was pretty thick. And that's the first thing he said was, "We could roll hay on the playground."
That's hysterical, and I love that because how old is he?
He's 9.
He's got so much farmer in him already. Every time
Oh
I'm
yeah,
around, he just
he lives it and breathes it.
he does, and it is so beautiful to see that next generation coming along. That he is so into it and loves it so much. I love that they had TNT popcorn there for a while. How long did that last on the shelf?
We still have some, so
Oh, you do? You have a little
we're
bit of that
stocking
left.
it. Yeah, he harvested all of the dried corn cobs. Um, about whenever that was that I posted that at the end of August, and then he's got that stored in one of our barns. So when we get low, he'll go out there and he'll shell some, and then we'll get it bottled.
Okay, well, see, I didn't. I thought y'all probably had a real limited supply of that, so you've got a stash of that.
We got a stash of it on the cob. It's not a whole lot because we just kind of were testing the waters this year to kind of see how that goes. But
Okay,
it's enough for him to have to keep up with because he does it all himself.
I love that. But what a great experience.
It is. He loves to. I think he's got that entrepreneurial, kind of gene that me and Steve have about trying to come up with something new and different all the time. And
I love it. Well, y'all could put together some kind of little fun Christmas gift basket with their TNT popcorn.
right, the popcorn, and then we also have the honey that comes off of beehives off of our farm.
Yeah.
Um, those items in our seasonings, those are non-perishable items that we could put in a gift basket with one of our gift cards.
Do the kids help harvest the honey?
No, so the honey and
Say that again. I lost you for a second, Julie. So how's the honey?
honey.
Start with the honey again because you dropped for a second. So how do you harvest your honey?
So old school honey, he's the beekeeper. He keeps some of his beehives on two of our farms. So the honey is, technically his. It's just coming from our farm. So he's pulling that honey off of those hives and bottling it exclusively for us.
Okay. I didn't realize that, but that is something I'm really wanting to get into is beekeeping and, Barry and Rebecca, another one of our sponsors, Barry and Rebecca Richards, they're big beekeep. Well, they not so much now. They're so busy with real estate, but his family did a lot of beekeeping and it's fascinating. And they have a club that you can get involved with if you want to do beekeeping, but that's something I could see your boys getting into beekeeping later on for sure.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Because I know Mr. Al, I know it's hard work. He comes in, weekly when he checks the hives, and
Yeah.
you can tell he's beat, he's sweating, and he's tired. 'Cause he's been he like has to weed eat around them. He has to tend to them. He has to pull the honey off of them. So it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, it is for sure. And you have to maintain those things or you will lose your bees. And that is fascinating though. But I want to get because I think people don't realize that whatever's around them, they go in. That's where they pollinate. It can change the flavoring on the honey, all kinds of things. So you want them on a good, being on a good working farm is crucial when it comes to having bees that are going to produce and have some real flavorful honey. So that's really cool.
I'm learning a whole lot from Al on the honey, the bees, the spring honeys are what he, prefers to harvest in the spring. You would think flowers is, what makes honey, but it's a lot of the pollens on the trees.
Mm-hmm. It makes a difference. I have a lot of.
Does.
Go ahead.
No, it does make a difference. The trees, what's blooming, and then they have to be around a water source because they use a lot of water.
Right. Well, we're right here on Carrs Creek. And so that's why I keep thinking that I want to do that. I had some friends bring some honey back from Egypt for me. And the the taste, you could, the taste had a Middle Eastern, flavor. The flavors that you would associate with that country were what you tasted in the honey. It was bizarre, but it's the different types of plants that would be around that they would use for seasoning. So it really makes a difference. It's really interesting. I'm fascinated by honey production. And so that's really cool that y'all have that there. I definitely expect the boys to get into that. So, well, anything else you want to share with folks before we let you go? I know you got the kids at school and you're still in transit heading back. Y'all are off today, but you'll be back open tomorrow morning, 7 a.m.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So today I do a lot of running around. I try to get some stuff restocked, do some cleaning, restocking. Also do some housework that I don't get to do when we're busy. So Monday's kind of my day where nobody's around and I can get some of my stuff done and think.
I hear you, but you are open Tuesdays through Saturdays, 7 to 4. Come in for breakfast. My husband loves your breakfast sausages. We love those pork burgers. I just wish you were like in my neighborhood, but you're up in Orlando, but it's a beautiful drive up there. I love driving up through there. It's just so picturesque and beautiful, especially this time of the year. So we need to get everybody up there to come and see you. And again, put that date on the calendar for the Christmas, the pancakes with Santa Claus.
Yes, ma'am. December the 20th.
Okay. Well, we'll put that on the calendar.
I'll be getting that put on our Facebook page soon.
Okay. And I'll be by there soon. My son's getting married this week. It has been.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. We got a wedding Thursday night. So, yep. In Huntsville, Alabama. So we got to go and get the last of our kiddos married off. So we've got all that going on. We've been super, super crazy busy getting ready for that. But we will see you soon, sister, and come up and we'll have lunch with you and just kind of sit down on the porch and talk.
Sounds good. I'm working on Fridays by myself now, so you're welcome to come in on a Friday and we can chit-chat.
That would be a good day then. Awesome. Well, we'll get up there. We'll get up there.
Week, you never know where I'm at.
This is true. This is true. I've popped in there a few times, and it's like, well, she's around here somewhere.
Yeah, usually I cut meat on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so I'm in the back, and then there's always things that pull me out. It's a constant battle of getting my time, getting me spread around everywhere to put out fires and answer questions and restock things and go get something and do this. And sometimes Steve might need a ride to the field and I might have to run out the back door and do that real quick. So it's hard to put a thumb on me.
I'll tell you, it sounds like a pretty beautiful life, though. It reminds me a lot of the way I grew up with my mama. We didn't have a store to take care of. Good heavens, that's a lot. But all the running around that's associated with farming, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but what a great blessing. And you just see it through your family in those beautiful pictures you posted this week. Just absolutely gorgeous. So
thank you so much.
Well, I love you, my friend. Thank you for taking some time with me this morning, and I'll see you soon, okay?
All right, thank you.
Bernard Farms, Custom Cuts and Market. They'll be open tomorrow, 7 a.m. from 4, and you can go by and see them Monday through Saturday, 7 to 4. They are up in Orlando, 7536 Clay Gregory Road in Orlando, and that was Julie herself, and just a whole lot of fun to sit down and talk to. So I appreciate her and Shawn helping us fill in the holes, the unexpected holes we had. We'll get an update from Caleb Stratton. I may try to get him in special next week and see if we can't get an update on all the the things happening in Memphis, because I know a lot of us are real curious about that. But anyway, thank you for joining us for One Street Over. Tomorrow is Mayor Billy Vogel's day. We'll look forward to talking with him. Thank you for joining us. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a fabulous day.